Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my everyday life with you guys. So, hi, how's it going? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful start to your Thursday. I know I am having a great day. And I'm so happy to be alive. So, I thought we could come on. Hey! It's okay, Avalon. What are you doing? I just wanted to chat. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to come on, do my makeup, and talk to everybody. So, I haven't been wearing makeup lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Been kind of giving my skin a break. Morning Bama, and just kind of letting the skin breathe. And I've really been struggling with some hormonal acne right here on my chin. And so I've been kind of trying to like let that breathe and stuff and not put a whole bunch of makeup over it. So I went to the store yesterday, or Ulta, and I got some Mario Badescu drying lotion to put on those spots. And I slept with that on last night. And then I also got a new eye gel, an eye cream by Mario Badescu. And it was like this glycolic acid eye cream. And it's supposed to help with, like, you know, keeping the wrinkles away. So anyway, I thought I could come on and I could do my makeup and we could chat and all that good stuff. Yes, Bama, that drying lotion is so good. It really dried them out, you know. And so if you haven't tried it, try it because I think you'll like it. But right now I'm just contouring and bronzing up my face. So let me go grab, hey Julie, let me go grab a meditation book, guys. All right, got it. Okay, let me get my still. So, I got my books. I got The Courage to Change, and I got Russell Brand's Freedom from Addictions. Hey Nick, what's up, buddy? So, what we're gonna do first, you guys, is we're gonna read the Courage to Change meditation for today. So today is March 14th. All right, ready? Here we go. One beautiful day, a man sat down under a tree, not noticing it was full of pigeons. Shortly, the pigeons did what pigeons do best. The man shouted at the pigeons as he stormed away, resenting the pigeons as well as the offending material. But then he realized that the pigeons were merely doing what pigeons do, just because they're pigeons and not because he was there. The man learned to check the trees for pigeons before sitting down. Active alcoholics are people who drink. They don't drink because of you or me, but because they are alcoholics. No matter what I do, I will not change this fact. Not with guilt, not with shouting, begging, distracting, hiding money or bottles or keys, lying, threatening, or reasoning. I didn't cause alcoholism. I can't control it. And I can't cure it. I can continue to struggle and lose. Or I can accept that I am powerless over alcohol and alcoholism and let Al-Anon help me to redirect the energy I've spent on fighting this disease into recovering from its effects. Today's reminder, it's not easy to watch someone I love continue to drink or use drugs, but I can do nothing to stop them. If I see how unmanageable my life has become, I can admit that I am powerless over this disease. Then I can really begin to make my life better. That was such a good reading, and that's exactly what I needed to hear with my codependent controlling ass. So, you guys, I don't know if any of you guys are in relationships with people who are in recovery also, but whenever you're in a relationship with somebody who is also an addict or an alcoholic, it is so difficult to not want to fix, manage, and control that person's life. And you know, by me doing that, it's just fear. It's me basically exhibiting fear. So when I try to control others around me who I care about, it's because I'm afraid. It's because I'm afraid that either they're going to hurt me or I'm going to hurt them. And so, like, even in my friendships with people who are early in recovery, that's why, like, when I'm working with somebody and if they come to me and they say they relapsed, hey, it's okay. You're still here. You're still alive. You have another chance at recovery. When you relapse, you guys, you're doing what addicts and alcoholics do. That's what we do. We don't know how to stay sober. That's what we're trying to learn how to do together. All right. So if that happens to you, don't beat yourself up. Okay. Don't beat yourself up. Don't shame yourself. Get back on track though. Now, I'm really serious about relapses because here's the deal. In today's day and age, with all the drugs that are out there now, and especially since the heroin epidemic, you guys don't have, you'll get, your rock bottom will get yanked right out from underneath you because heroin is out there and fentanyl is out there and it's killing people. So what's happening is addicts don't even have a chance to have a rock bottom because they're out there and they get dope that kills them, you know? So whenever like somebody I care about or love, you know, is struggling with their recovery, I get afraid because I don't want them to die. And that's why I'm so like hard on people. And I'm not hard on people, but that's why I'm so blunt and to the point about addiction. Because there's really not any way for me to tell it to you any other way, is that if you keep on doing what you're doing and you keep relapsing, you're going to die. Same for me. If I keep doing what I'm doing, going down the wrong path, if I was, I'm going to die. You know, that's just that's just the fact. That's the fact of the matter. So if we don't want to die and we want to stay sober, then we have to help each other stay accountable, you know? And do I mean that, oh, you have to listen to everything I say because what I say goes? No, but what I mean by that is if I see somebody struggling or I see one of my girls kind of drifting away, maybe getting caught up in drama, maybe hanging out with the wrong crowd, I'm going to say something to her. And I'm going to go, hey, are you all right? Like, I don't want you to go down that route because I care about you. You're my friend, you know? And that's the thing, you guys. Like, we have to have that care and concern for each other. Because if we don't, then what? Friends don't always tell each other yes. You know, I don't want a bunch of yes ma'ams around me. I want people around me that are going to help me stay on track and help me stay accountable, you guys. And if that means telling me, hey, Nicole, you got your head up your butt, then that's what I need to hear, you know? But a lot of the times, you guys, like, don't get me wrong, like, I can tell when somebody's trying to help me and when they're just trying to be shitty to me and make me second guess myself, you know? Recovery is a lifelong process. This is something that we're going to do forever, you know? And if you think about it that way, it can be very overwhelming too. Like the other day I was like, you know, staying sober forever, like that's a long time, you know? But if I look at it just one day at a time, like we said the other day on that live stream, then it makes it a lot more easy to swallow. Do you know what I mean? It's so important, you guys, though, to help each other stay accountable and to If you have a relationship with somebody and you can't go to them and say something to them because, you're concerned for them, then you need to relook your friendship, because we are all fighting for our lives, okay? Let's just talk straight up. We are in a battle for our lives, and this is life or death. So I'm going to let you know when I'm worried about you. Like, okay, let me say something, for instance. Okay, so me and Bama, how long we've been friends, Bama? Almost 3 years now, 2.5. And Bama had been going through some hard struggles recently, and some things that are personal with her family. And we talked about it, and I told her, like, I'm worried about you. I'm worried, that you're going to fall backwards. You're going to fall back and do something that you shouldn't be doing, and I want you to focus more on, recovery. Let's try to drop old drama and move forward with our recovery, because when we are focused on the negative, you guys, that's just a distraction. That's just the devil, you guys, distracting you from your recovery, because he wants you to fall. The devil, he wants you to relapse. He wants you to go back out into your sin, so that way he can feast on you, all right? And he can use you to do his will, not God's will. That's what our addiction wants. Our addiction is sin. Our addiction is that worldly part of us. And we have to fight it every single day, And so, but you know what? That's the good thing about me and Bama have been friends long enough to where I can call her and I can say, yo, I'm worried about you. Or, hey girl, what you saying that for? That ain't cool. And she's not going to be like, oh no, Nicole's being so mean to me. It's like, no, we're grown women. We are adults, right? And I love that about her, because I can call her anytime and we can talk real talk, and she knows, and I know, that if she's giving me real talk, it's not because she's trying to hurt me. It's because she cares about me. Now, when people try to disguise real talk as them helping you, and all they're trying to do is hurt you, I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about true friendships, like the one that me and Bama have, like the one that me and Julie have. Julie and me are friends, and I can tell her real talk, and she knows. Me and Lisa, I can go to her and tell her real talk. Me and Avalon, I can go to her and tell her real talk. And these women know that when I'm coming to them, it's because I care and I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. I don't want them to fall off, right? I can go to Michelle. I can go to Michelle now and talk to Michelle. We've grown so much in our friendship just in the last couple days because we've worked through some drama, and we can all work through stuff, you guys, and utilize each other, right? And use each other to succeed and push up. That's what we're here for. We're here to, like, you give me a boost, I give you a boost. That's what we're supposed to be here doing, is like helping each other grow. I get really discouraged when I feel like, when I see people that are like not understanding the whole purpose here. It's like, we're trying to grow and be better, holding resentment and being angry at someone, that's not healthy for my recovery, right? So I cannot do that, because what I'll do is I'll obsess over that person or place or thing or whatever I'm upset with, right? And it'll eat my lunch every single day. What is that saying they say? They say, living rent-free in your head. I'm not letting nobody live rent-free in my head. I just don't want to, I don't have time for it, you guys. Like, if somebody wants to have a different, wants to perpetuate drama and just sit there and talk, I will distance myself. I will say, I'm detaching. Detaching with love is what it's called, and I can love that person from a distance, and I'll pray for them, and I hope they get better, But that's all we can do. We can't make nobody change. That has been my hardest lesson that I've learned lately, is that I cannot make anybody change. It doesn't matter how many times I say anything. It doesn't matter how many times I say, I worry about you. I want you to be okay. Are you all right? Or I call the person and say, call me. You know, if you want to talk and you need help, give me a call. And I can't beg them to call me. I can't beg people to utilize their support, you know, and that's what I feel like for a second there. I was like thinking I could actually like get people to utilize the support I was trying to give them, right? But I couldn't, you guys. I can't get people to come over and call me, you know, and it's really discouraging because I offer that to people, and then, you know, they don't utilize it. It's like, you guys, that's the whole thing. Like when we're trying to get sober, we have to have that willingness. And part of that willingness is calling and talking to somebody about what you're going through instead of keeping it bottled up inside. You know, I do it. I call somebody and talk to somebody when I'm struggling, you know, and I have one person I can call and tell them everything. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that they are not going to repeat what I say. They are not going to, you know, tell me or steer me wrong. They're going to say, hey, this is what you need to do. And they're going to give me good, solid advice. And I want you guys to find your person that you can do that with. I want you guys to find someone that you can confide in and really, really tell them what you're going through, because we all need that. We need one person that, and they need to know, they need to be somebody that you can talk to about your addiction and let them know when you're struggling. You know, I have these control issues with my husband, but I'm getting better at detaching. Hey, Julie, I can really relate. And you know what? The more that I detach and like, I still love my significant other, but I have got to let him do his own thing, you know, and it's difficult, y'all. It's difficult because you know me, I want to swoop in and micromanage and save and change and just everything. But you know what? Since I haven't been doing that and I've been backing off, things have been going really good. So I'm going to continue to let my husband shine his light and do his recovery, because he'll be all right, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. I still remind him, hey, you know, we got to do our recovery every day, you know, whatever that may be for him. He has to do it just like I have to do mine. And I am so grateful to be able to have you guys to come on here and to talk about this kind of stuff with, because like when I was just starting out and I was going to meetings all the time, it was like so stressful for me to like get my son a babysitter, get to the meeting, meet my friends. Then they want me to go out for coffee afterward, and I couldn't because I had to get straight back to pick my son up from my mother-in-law's house or get back to where, you know, Nate and Neil were at. And so it was just like, I don't know, it was just hard. And so now I feel like it's almost like I have a little meeting right here with you guys. And you guys like really give me so much support. I'm just so blessed to be able to have this platform to share, you know, with you guys. And y'all, that's the thing. Like, I'm so grateful that you guys just hear what I'm saying. And sometimes, you know, I can go off on tangents and stuff, but for the most part, y'all get me. Y'all know that I'm just trying to do right. I'm just trying to stay sober. And, yeah, I'm just trying to stay clean and sober. You know, I don't want to ruin my life. I don't want to lose everything that I've worked so hard for, you know. Hey, Michelle. But that's the thing, like, I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, those things cross my mind, you know, especially when I'm not feeling good. Like this morning, let me tell y'all this. This morning, I went into work, and I was feeling sick. I mean, my stomach is just burning. I don't even know how to explain it other than that it's burning. And back in the day when I would feel sick like that, I would go get pills, you know? And I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I was like, I could go get pills and I would be fine. Nobody would ever know. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, no, they would know. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm human. Like, that shit crosses my mind sometimes. Now, it doesn't cross my mind a lot, but when I'm really not feeling good, it does. Because all I can think about is how I need freaking relief. And that makes me scared. That makes me realize that, like, I'm going to always be an addict. And that I've got to keep my armor strong. I've got to keep my recovery protected. Because even after almost 4 years of being sober, my brain still remembers. It still remembers that feeling of ease and comfort that comes after you take the first drink or the first drug. But see, I know and I remind myself that ease and comfort might come right after the first, but then I'm never going to get it back. And then all shit and hell's going to break loose. Because if I go back out, everything will fall apart. Everything will fall apart. So I can't do that. I just can't. It's just not an option, you know? Especially because I have a mom and I love my son. You know, I have to keep, that's what I tell myself, like, who would be here for Nate, you know? And I won't let that happen. But it's a lot of pressure, you know? That's a pressure. I feel that pressure on me. And, but it's all right. I'm making it. And every day that I can come on and share how I'm feeling with you guys is another day that I don't keep it bottled up inside. And that's what you got to do. It's so important to get it out. If you thought about getting high today, say it. I thought about getting high today, but you know what? I didn't. Just say it. Let it out. Let that fucking shit out. There ain't no secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say it, because you know what? You succeeded on not going out and getting high. So that's a huge accomplishment. Every day that I have a trigger or something cross my mind like that, and I don't act on it, I'm like, okay, girl. Okay, bitch. Okay, I'm the bitch. That's me. You know, like, I don't have to act on my triggers today. Like, I don't have to act on my thoughts. You know? I'm knocking triggers down left and right. Pow, pow, pow. I was at work yesterday. I was listening to this song that I used to get fucked up to. And I was dancing and just putting the cards up and twerking and all kinds of stuff. And next thing I know, the thought came in my mind. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to knock these triggers off me. Just like haters, knocking them off. Because I ain't got no time for that. Getting high, it's not cool anymore. It's not. Have you guys went over to Her Opiate Fixes channel and watched those videos of those poor people on the street nodding out, standing up? I don't want to look like that. If I went out and did that, y'all, I would never come back. They would have me on the side of the road, pawning me off to somebody, because I couldn't even open my eyes. And I was bad before all this crazy stuff came into the world, you know? So can you imagine if I was out there now? Woo-wee, I'd probably die. I'd die. That's exactly what would happen. I would overdose and die. Good job, Julie. And that's what you got to do. So, Julie, tell us what has been triggering you. What are the things that you got triggered with last week? Share with everybody. And share with us also what you did to work through those triggers, because we all need tips, girl. We all need tips. You want me to make you something to eat, babe, or are you going to go down there and eat something? Yeah. Okay, love you. Knock them triggers off, Neil. Knock them triggers off. Y'all like that? Knock them triggers off is what we say over here in this house. And if we can identify, if you guys, listen, if you can identify what you're being triggered by And when it happens, when you start thinking about it, 9 times out of 10, you guys, check me if I'm wrong. 9 times out of 10, I think about using because I'm bored. Because I'm bored. How many of you guys can relate to that? You're sitting at home, you really ain't got much to do, so you're bored. And you're not trying to be involved in no more drama, so you're not kicking up shit with people online, so you're bored. That's what happens. And like, I'll think about it, I'll go, I'm just bored right now. And then I'll get online and I'll come and talk with you guys. You know, this is one of my coping skills, coming on and talking with you guys on a live stream. This is like a coping skill because it helps me to not act on that boredom, you know? Okay, guys, we got a warm-toned smoky eye, or kind of warm-toned look. I need a deeper brown to go in the crease. I hope you guys don't mind me doing my makeup while we're talking. Okay, do you guys have anything that y'all want to talk about? Because I love hearing from you guys, and I'll read your comments as soon as they pop up, because they're not popping up yet. And Julie, I know that you and your husband are super, you know, kind of like you're in your house and stuff, and have you talked to him about like wanting to do meetings together and encourage him to, like, you know, y'all could do like me and Neil did at the beginning and go to meetings together and, you know, kind of make friends together at the meetings. That might be something that your husband really, really could benefit from, you know, like getting out and getting to know people who are also in recovery. Because here's the thing, you guys. How many of you guys still hang out with active addicts? Did any of you still hang out with people who are in active addiction? Yes, if you don't do anything to keep your brain occupied, you're going to get triggered. Yes. Hey, Luana. Welcome to the channel. I've never seen you comment before. Right. So that's what we have to do. We got to keep our minds busy and almost like find new habits to fill that empty space, because the mind is so powerful, you guys. Like, it remembers. It's like a muscle up there, you know? Oh, well, welcome to the family. I'm so glad you came over. Did I say your name right, Luana? But I'm telling you guys, even, like I said, even at almost 4 years sober, I still have triggers. Even though I'm on a maintenance medication, you guys, I still have like little like thoughts and sometimes I don't even know if you could call it cravings, because I know that cravings can't come unless I put the substance in my system. So I guess what you would call it is just, like I said, like a thought. When those thoughts come, you guys, like, sometimes I beat myself up, right? And I'm like, how could I think that? You know, like, I should be farther along. I shouldn't be having these thoughts. But you guys, like, just like it said in this book, we are pigeons. We're doing what pigeons do. We're addicts. We're doing what addicts do. How are there already 16 thumbs down? What is up with these trolls? Ah, girl, it ain't no big deal. Hey, dirty house, kids stressing me out, and being in need of more energy is a trigger for me. I don't hang out with anyone anymore because it seems like everyone here is on meth or pills. Rachel, yes. So Rachel brought up like something really important. Stress. Stress is a huge trigger for a lot of people. I mean, y'all, it would be stressful for a regular person, even somebody without addiction. When they're struggling with stress, it's like, so what can we do, you guys, to combat those feelings, that stress? We can sit down, chill out, come hang out with our girls on the internet, do a live stream. We can connect with our sponsor or call a trusted friend in recovery. We can take a break from cleaning the house and managing the children. And you know what you could say? You could say, okay, kids, mom needs a break. We're going to the park. Go to the park, let the kids run out, and you just lay back in your car and relax while the kids play. You know, these are all things that we can do to manage stress. Maybe take a hot bath. Maybe let your husband know, hey, husband, I've been really stressed lately. Can you watch the kids today so I can relax? You know, we have to let our people know that are in our support system, like our husbands and our friends and our families, know when we're struggling, so that way they can help us. That's why it's so important, you guys, to not keep it a secret. Okay, if you're struggling with addiction and you're ashamed and you're keeping secrets, don't, because that's only going to keep you sick, and then you can't utilize the help that you need. You know, you can't get the support that you need if you're in the closet, you know. So don't be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Addiction is a disease. And we are fighting the good fight. All of us are fighting the good fight together. And that's what we have to continue to do, you guys, is fight the good fight. Now, I want to put this very, very beautiful, look at that, like goldy orange color, right in the middle of this little halo I got going on here. But Rachel, I'm really proud of you for commenting and talking about that, because listen, stress is so common, and I'm telling you, girl, like, listen to me, nothing is worth you losing your recovery over. So if you need to take a break from cleaning the house, if you need to chill out for a second and just not even do anything, then you know what? Hey girl, you do that. You take time for you. Yes, stress, go for a walk, talk to a friend. When the police were partying around me, this is a trigger for me. Excuse me, bye. Exactly, Julie. And if you are feeling triggered, you guys, do not be embarrassed to say, listen, I can't handle this right now. I gotta leave. Because listen, people who love you and care about you will understand. They're not going to get offended or anything like that. They're going to say, you know what? I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her for stepping away and standing strong for her recovery. You know? But I'll tell you this much, you guys. In my early recovery, I didn't go around nobody because I was so afraid. I was so afraid that, you know, I was going to go around somebody and then I wasn't going to have the option to get away, because at that time I didn't have my own vehicle. So I was just like kind of at the mercy of somebody else, whoever I rode with. So for a long time, I wouldn't, get out and socialize because I was scared. Now I'd ride with my sponsor and go to meetings, right? Hey, Luana, I'm on Suboxone. I'm actually tapering, in the process of tapering off, but my taper is going to take about probably the next year or so is how long it's going to take for me to get off, because I'm tapering real slow with my doctor. So the way my doctor explained it to me was, he was like, listen, the lower and the slower we go, the better it'll be. So we're just going real slow, girl. And here's the thing. I used to be so afraid to share that I was on Suboxone. Okay. And so about a year into my sobriety, I was just really struggling to find support, to find other people who were on medically assisted treatment and wanted to be sober, right? Who were actually taking their medication as prescribed and doing the right thing and living their best lives, and, maybe even doing 12 steps. Like, I was just having a hard time because a lot of people online in the recovery community on Facebook were real judgmental about medically assisted treatment. This is 2 years ago, right? And so they would make comments like, you're not clean, you're not sober, you can't say that. Here's the thing, you guys. If somebody's telling you what you can and cannot say about your recovery, then they're not paying attention to their own recovery, So screw them. That's what I learned. But what happened was, I was just always like like really felt inadequate. I felt really judged. I felt just not good, you guys. So I was like, what can I do? Because I need support. I need support other than my AA people, because my AA people didn't understand because they weren't on maintenance, you know? And so I started doing videos in a group called Start Over Sober on Facebook. And that's how I met Julie. That's how I met Bama. That's how I met a lot of you guys. We met through my Start Over Sober group on Facebook. And you guys, we became such good friends, and I found so much support in those groups that when I decided to jump off Facebook, I was like, you know what? I can't stop doing this. Like, I love helping other people, and I love sharing my story with other people so that way they know that they're not alone. So I was like, what can I do? I know I'll make a YouTube channel. And so that's what made me decide to make a YouTube channel. And so I got my channel set up and started making videos and started sharing my story about being on medically assisted treatment and in recovery. And I say it like, you know, that I'm sober. Like, I'm sober. I'm living. I've never been this sober in my entire life, first of all. And second of all, my life and my actions have changed. You know, my behaviors aren't the same anymore. When I was in active addiction, I couldn't even, there was no way you would catch me on here, okay, talking to anybody about anything recovery related, you know. I was just very insecure. I didn't know where to start, right? And so, my life, and I was a criminal. You know, I would steal and lie and cheat because I needed to get drugs, you know? And so I'll tell you guys a little bit about my active addiction. So the last 3 years of my active addiction were probably the worst it has ever been. And I think it was so bad because me and my person were really, really, really addicted to opiates and methamphetamine. And we didn't have enough money to always have drugs. So we were constantly in withdrawal or trying to get money to get drugs, you know. So what I would do was go and do little side hustles of things so that way we could get money. And it just got to a point where we were just miserable every single day, you guys. We would wake up in the morning and we were miserable. The first thing, we would drive around until we found something. And then this is when I knew that shit was getting bad. I knew shit was getting bad when we would cop pills, and we would do them, and I would still feel like shit. That's when I knew that shit wasn't good. Because for a long time, it worked. For a long time, I would get high, I would feel great, I would have fun, and shit was cool, right? For years, I felt like that. And then it stopped working. Then the drugs were just like barely tiding me over till the next day. Barely. I was a wreck, you guys. And, but that's how it happened. Like, I just got to a point where I was like, man, this is not any way to live. And I didn't want to live like that anymore. But I didn't know how to stop. So what finally got me, you know, to stop was I got pregnant. And I had my son, and he was just perfect. I struggled all through my pregnancy with drugs and alcohol. Tried so hard to stay sober. And I hate talking about it because it makes me feel horrible. But I tell you guys this because I know a lot of moms that watch my channel, and I know a lot of you guys have been through the same exact thing. When my son was born, he was perfect, and he came out just smiling and profiling just like he is now. And I got to take him home with me, and we went home and we were living our life, and for a year. And for that year that he was home with me, I struggled. I could not stay sober. I would get sober and then I would relapse. I would get sober and then I would relapse. So right at a year sober, right at his 1 year birthday, 2 days before his birthday, DHS came to my house and took him away from me. You know, they came over and gave me a test and decided, you know, we're going to take him. You can't have your son anymore. And the only way you can get him back is that you have to get help. You have to get treatment. And so I already knew what I was going to do. I knew that I had to go get treatment. Okay, bye. I knew I had to go get treatment, you guys. And I was willing to do it. You know, I was like, it's all good. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make the changes. I'm going to get the help and I'll be better, you know. But I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was willing, but I wasn't ready to fully stop. So I went into treatment and I came out and I was struggling. And
I'll be back around 4:30, something like that.
All right, baby. I love you. Have a great day at work.
Love you too.
All the people say have a great day too.
Thank you.
I was struggling, you know, and I would tell Neil when he picked me up, I remember just being like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to lose my son because I can't stay sober, you know. And my husband was such an awesome support, you guys. Like, he helped me get on medication assisted therapy, and he really is the one who showed me that, like, some people need extra help. Some people have to be on medication assisted therapy because they need that extra foundation to build their recovery, you know. And it's okay. Like, and I finally realized, like, it's okay. Like, I don't have to be just like everybody else. If I need to be on medication assisted therapy for the rest of my damn life, you know, it is okay. And I am finally okay with it. Like, I am finally okay with it. For the longest time, like, I was just, like, not okay, you know? For the longest time, I would judge myself. I think it was probably because a lot of other people's opinions would really, really affect me. But that's what I had to realize, you guys. I had to realize that, thanks, girl. I had to realize that what they were saying was their opinion. It is not fact. And that's what helped me to finally get to a place where I'm okay with me. And if I need to be on medically assisted treatment, I'm not sticking a needle in my arm. I am taking good care of my kid. I am taking good care of my husband. Like, that's what I have to do, you know? I finally got to a point where I could say, like, I know what I'm doing is right for me, and I'm proud of me, you know? For the longest time, I didn't feel like that. Hey, Classy! So that was a huge, huge milestone for me, you guys. And, oh, I want to show you guys the watch Neil got me. It's Citizen. I love it. Yes, Julie. And so, and you know, guys, like, I never tell anybody, like, hey, you need to get put on Suboxone, or you need to do this. All I do is, like, share my experience, because I am just like you guys. I'm a drug addict. I'm a recovering drug addict, and I'm trying to stay sober one day at a time, you know. And so I always just try to help others and do the right thing, you guys. But like I said, I can't help you or help anybody if that person isn't willing to change, you know, and want to get the help. So that's what I've been learning lately, and it's been really difficult for me, because I do want to help everyone, and I do want to, you know, be friends with a lot of people. But you know what else I'm learning? I'm also learning that I'm not for everyone. And that has been really hard for me to deal with and understand, you know, but I'm okay with that. And you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the episode that I did with Sunny from the Sunny Side, but he did a reading on me, like a tarot and like my Pisces, you know, my sign and all that. And he talked about how I have a really polarizing personality and that people are either going to love me or they're going to hate me, you know, and I have learned that everything he said in that reading was so true. Yeah, you know what, Jexie, and that's the thing, like, I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. But it's been hard for me, Jexie. I'm the same way. Like, it has been so hard for me to not have people like me because I want everyone to like me. It has been so hard. I cried probably 2 days ago. I was crying all day. Oh, Lord, I was so upset because I kept on looking at myself and trying to make changes in me. And I'm like, no, you know, because that's what happens when people like say something about you and they don't like you or something, or they point out something that you have done wrong, and then you realize that that's kind of like a flaw of yours. It hurts, you guys. It hurts because I'm trying to be better and make changes. You know what I'm saying? I want to do better. But that's what I have had to learn. If somebody's pointing out something to me that I've done wrong and I'm willing to make a change and make amends to that person and try to say, what can I do to change it? And that person still wants to harp on me, then they're not coming to me because they care or they want me to be better. They're coming to me because they want to hurt me. I don't fight with anybody. If somebody says something to me, I'll say, I'm so sorry. I apologize. What can I do to make it better? What can I do to make it better? And when that person comes back and is angry because the people that they were trying to turn against me, I have already talked to them one-on-one and we have like squashed the shit. Well, there was really never any drama between us. Then they get mad because they were only trying to say things about me to make these people not like me for some reason. And that's what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, I have ran into 4 different people that I have connected with from the internet who their sole intention was to get close to me so that way they could manipulate me and hurt other people in the process and hurt me. And oh my God, I didn't know that people, like, I've never done that. I don't have any reason to do that. That's what I've had to learn, Julie. Some are sicker than others. And it has been so difficult for me to understand why someone would want to do that. That's the thing. I don't even understand. And what makes it even harder for me, you guys, is like I tried to talk to that person and call them, and they literally wouldn't answer my phone call. Because it's like, yo, dude, you know that I'm, like you know how I am. You know I love people. I'm just going to say, I'm sorry. I got a big mouth. I got a big mouth, and I got caught up in talking, you know, and I will never. That's one thing I've learned. Is that when I'm working with my subscribers and they're leaning on me for support, I will never talk about their stuff to anyone else. Anyone else. And that's the thing. I wasn't breaking confidentiality with anybody because all the stuff that had been said was stuff that had been said in our hangouts. So, you know, but I was taking place in, like, listening and talking with somebody else about somebody else. And that's not right. That's when gossip starts happening, you know? And that's never what I'm trying to do, you guys. I'm never trying to gossip about y'all. I don't have no reason to be mad at you guys or not like any of you, you know? I really don't. I really, really don't. So, I'm really kind of just chill and laid back. If y'all hadn't noticed, if you're my friend and we talk on the phone, you'll know that. I'm really just kind of chill. And, I love hearing from you guys, but I don't have no reason to be beefing with anybody. And so when people kind of try to make beef with me, it's like, okay, why? Right. There's a total difference, Jexie. But what people do is they take things out of context on purpose. And what that means, you guys, is like, why would you do that? so you can harm somebody else because you don't like me? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. And so, but I've learned a valuable lesson, you guys. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. And that's all we can do is learn from these experiences. All I can do is sit here and learn, and you guys learn from what I'm telling you. That's why I try to share these things with you guys and let you know, like, please be careful, okay? There are people on the internet who do not give a damn, and they will hurt you. They will literally focus on trying to hurt you, and it's just dangerous, you guys. I would never do that to somebody. Like, I just don't even understand it. I really just don't understand it. But what that shows me is people are sick. They don't have, first of all, if they're coming for me like that, then they don't really have any respect for themselves. You know, and it's just, yeah. But also, okay, so I wanted to talk about this because I saw it, and I hate talking about this kind of stuff, but just, since we're at the end of the stream, we'll just talk about this real fast. Poor Driven Industries. I cannot believe somebody sent the police over to his house. What a waste of manpower for the police, first of all, and what a, like, uncomfortable situation for him. Like, that must have scared the shit out of him, you know? Or it could have made him, like, have a mental breakdown or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? And that's what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, people that do that kind of stuff, that call people on people and look. Oh, okay. Classy. Look up the Sunny Side Hypnosis. It's called, his channel's called The Sunny Side. But see, you guys, that's what I'm talking about when I was, yes, Kitty, yes, Michelle, that's what I was talking about, you guys. Whenever I'm telling other creators to be careful and to protect themselves, that's what I'm talking about. Because these people who are doing this are, like, they have nothing better to do. And they literally get off on trolling people. They get off on hurting and harming others. You have got to protect yourselves. Like, please, do not let yourself get hurt. It makes me so upset because it's just nonsense. It doesn't have to happen. Like, why on earth would anybody do that? You know? And see, that's another thing that I don't understand, Michelle. It's like, okay, why are they talking about it still? Like, I would not even, after that happened, I wouldn't even say anything about it. Because that's what the trolls want. The trolls want for them to acknowledge it, right? And so when he's going on video and he's like, I'm not going to back down. I'm going to stand up for what's right. That's literally getting the trolls off. They're like, yeah. And they love that. They love it. It turns them on. Okay. Have you... I don't think that Jexy, I don't think that Chris had anything to do with what happened to him with Driven Industries. I think that, seriously, like I said, these trolls come over from this drama, you guys, all right? And when you build your channel on drama from all this stuff, and you just keep on making videos and video and video and video and video and video with the Rewired Souls name in the caption, it's like, dude, this is what happens. People will not. So this is my opinion on that. So wasn't that what we were mad at the Rewired Soul for? Weren't we like upset and disappointed because he kept using bigger YouTubers' names in the title of his videos? And that's what started all this out, was him clickbaiting with other YouTubers' names. And so I almost feel like now that's what everybody else is doing, you know? It's like, dude hasn't been on the internet or hasn't been on a video for 2 weeks almost now, and we're still talking about him, you know? And I'm guilty. I'm doing it right now. But I'm not going to, first of all, I'm not going to clickbait this, this video. And you guys, I know I could put his name at the beginning of this video, at the title, and it would get more views than any of my videos, okay? I know. I could put Trisha Paytas' name. I could put any drama that's going on. I could put it and have people over on my channel all day long. But I don't want those kind of people on my channel, because that, like I said, it's just not conducive for my recovery. Because then what happens is it brings over people who are looking to right fight. They are looking to prove that they have the right opinion and that I should go their way and believe what they're saying, you know? Because it's just like, no, like, I don't want to argue with people, you know? And I'm not going to do that anymore. Like, it has been so unhealthy for me to go back and forth with people. That's why I just don't do it, you guys. I'm like, okay, cool. We're not friends. Fine with me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have any part in drama anymore. Because it just makes me sick, and it makes me sad, and it also makes me cry and depressed, because I am very sensitive, and I really am insecure, you guys. Right. And it's like, instead of hurting other people, instead of fighting and like trying to keep animosity and negativity alive, like, we gotta, like, you guys, listen, I want to be right, you know, a lot of the times I do, but I would rather, I don't want to have enemies. I don't want to argue with you guys. I don't want you guys to be hurt by me. And so I'm really, really working hard on, like, just making my channel about me and my recovery in my life, you know? I'm just trying to focus on, like, what I do as a mom, what I do to stay sober every day, what I think about, where I go. Like, it's just going to be like my little channel, my little vlog channel of my life, you know? And I hope you guys will stick around with me for the ride, because I'm working hard on it. Once I get a better camera, I was thinking what we could do, right, is set up, because I have this piano back here, right? Thanks, Jexie. And I was thinking I could go get, like, I saw on Avalon's channel the other day, she had like a little tapestry in the background. And I was thinking I could get something and put it back here, and it would just kind of be like more professional, you know? And maybe it would be easier for y'all to watch, you know? So, I don't know. Y'all, it'll be all good. We will make whatever we do work, because you know what? That's what we do. That's what us addicts do. We make it work, baby. So, anyway, I'm going to jump off here and go make some lunch and vacuum the house and all that kind of stuff. So, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, give me a call. I'll just be at the house chilling today. And I hope you guys all have a great day, and thanks for joining